23 Winter NSESA State Esports Tournament, Division 3 Mario Kart. Division 2, excuse me. Today we have Minden and Seward facing off.
Yeah, that's right. Earlier we saw number 1 Concordia take down number 12 McCook. Concordia is going to go on to the gold medal match. McCook is going to go into the consolation bracket. So we got Minden here in Seward, two towns that aren't too far from here in York. We're hosting the State Esports Tournament. York University is. So hopefully we have some local fans in the crowd. Maybe we can get some good crowd interaction. Should be a fun time.
Absolutely. And the winner of this match will go on to play Concordia for our Division 2 state champion. The stakes could not be higher.
That's right. Try and switch over to the feed here. Looks like it's not coming up on my screen, but that's okay.
Seeing a lot of new faces here today. We did host Division 3 and 4 yesterday. Saw a lot of good racing and even more friendship and fun. But today I'm looking to see nothing less than some of the best racing I've ever seen in my life.
That's right. Yesterday we saw a lot of repeat tracks, teams choosing tracks that they know that they're really good at. So likely to see that again here today.
Yeah, normally a team has 2 or 3 tracks that they stick to, kind of their bread and butter tracks that a couple of their members are just extremely good at and can blow away the competition at. And so that's what we've seen a lot of, and I don't think this race will be too different from what we've seen.
Yeah, we're getting the lobbies all set up here. We should be beginning the race within the next couple of minutes.
One thing I see time and time again in these Division 2 teams is that they really know how to use teamwork to kind of lock out those top 4 positions, which if you can shut out your opponents to the bottom 4 positions in the 8-man race, you're going to have good results.
Yeah, that's right. Yesterday we saw some teams really lock up the top 4 positions in a race and just shut down the entire set right from the beginning. So it's important to place high within the first couple of races in the set. It is a best of 3 4-race sets. So race 4 races, whoever tallies up the most points within those 4 races will take the set. First to win 2 sets will go on to the next round.
Absolutely, and that's what we saw from Concordia in our first Division 2 matchup this morning. Is they went 2 sets and out. No need for a 3rd set there. They shut out McCook.
Yeah, McCook, the number 12 seed, coming in against the number 1. Still very impressive that they made it to the state tournament here. They're going to be playing for the 3rd place, the bronze medal, here after this matchup here between Seward and Minden.
Absolutely, and we have Minden, our number 2 seed, and Seward, our number 6 seed. So a bit closer in terms of seeds, but I would also suspect they're very close in terms of skill as well.
We can see our players selecting carts, getting the lobby ready.
I am seeing a lot of players using Joy-Cons on a couple of the teams. Interesting tactic.
Yeah, we haven't seen that a lot. We saw a lot of pro controllers yesterday. We also had a little mishap from Ord yesterday in the Division 3. Pro controller died right before a race, and they had to switch into the Joy-Cons like right as the race was starting. So hopefully we avoid those kinds of technical difficulties here today in Division 2.
Starting off, we're going to head to Grumble Volcano for our first race of our first set.
We're going to have Minden here running 3 Waluigis and a Dry Bones. Concordia there running Toadette, Baby Peach, one of the Koopas, and I believe that's an Inkling.
And Minden quick to lock down those top 3 positions, first, second, and third. A couple of defensive items being held on to by Dry Bones.
So the 2 Waluigis here from Minden, 2nd and 8th.
One thing to keep in mind about Grumble Volcano as a track, lots of hazards, lots of lava, lots of flames. Also, the track tends to fall away the further you get into race, so laps 2 and 3 are going to look a little bit different than laps 1.
Yeah, in this back half here, there's lots of opportunities to jump over the lava, save a little bit of time. So as the race goes on, we'll see more of that towards the end, trying to make a move in the final laps.
We have Toadette making her way into the top 4.
Minden locking down the top 2 spots right now, about halfway through the 2nd lap. We got Waluigi and Dry Bones here looking to maintain 1st and 2nd. Dry Bones falling to 3rd here.
Oh, lightning. That can throw a wrench in the plans of any player. Heading into 2nd lap, we have our Minden Waluigi leading the pack.
Yeah, Waluigi's kind of breaking away here as we have a bigger group right behind him, as you can see on Dry Bones' screen. 2 Waluigis there, and then the other 2 from Seward right in front of him. So looking to make things interesting here.
Absolutely, he's in a good groove. He's in his zone. Great use of a bomb defensively.
Dry Bones falling to 8th, but he's going to grab that item there, and he's going to use that lightning.
And hopefully catch up to some of his competitors here, and maybe secure a higher place as they head into the last lap.
Coming into lap 3, got Waluigi 1st, 2nd for Minden at the end there.
So 1st and 2nd for Minden, 7th and 8th finish for Minden as well, and Seward in between.
That was a good finish there to start things off. Pretty tightly contested. Love to see it between these 2 teams, Seward and Minden. Seward being the 6th seed, Minden number 2. Trying to keep things interesting here. Looks like they've picked Yoshi Circuit to be the next race.
Little fun fact about Yoshi Circuit, it does look like Yoshi from the overhead view.
Yeah, the track is shaped like Yoshi, so lots of turns. Yoshi is a dinosaur-esque creature, so going to be lots of opportunities for drifting, cutting through the track, cutting through grass, trying to save a little time.
Absolutely. Also a few stage hazards when it comes to piranha plants on these where you got to watch out, and some nice shortcuts as well. I'm looking forward to seeing some people take through the waterfall here.
Seeing Inkling and Wendy here. Inkling going to use this boost, jumping over through the grass, taking some shortcuts, saving time, jumping all the way up to 1st. So a nice move there from the Inkling.
To lock down that 1st place position, which is what Seward is going to be looking for after losing both top 2 positions in the last race.
Looks like Minden is 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 6th right now, locking down those top 2 spots going into lap 2. You see Waluigi Dry Bones 1 and 2 here.
A nice shortcut by Inkling, but missed and
there.
Falls into the water.
Could be a costly mistake. Minden 1, 2, 5, and 7. Seward 3, 4, 5, and 8th. Midway through the 2nd lap here.
Waluigi for Minden in 1st as we're on our way into our last lap.
Yeah, he's opening up a lead, but here comes a blue shell. See how that'll shake things up.
Blue Shell takes out Waluigi, but he's able to keep his lead and hold on to that banana for a defensive item.
Wendy's closing in, though. You better be careful, as there she overtakes him, followed closely by Dry Bones, his teammate. Baby Peach takes an untimely green shell, dropping her further back into 8th place. That Super 8 there should help her.
The crazy 8 on the last lap. Anything can and will happen in Mario Kart.
Looks like Seward taking 1st and 3rd, Minden 2 and 4 there.
Very evenly matched teams here as we head into our next race. The set is still anybody's. Remember, it's the best out of 3 sets. Each set has 4 races.
You can see the score up there on your screen, 21-18. I don't think that's completely tabulated yet from the last race, but we'll keep that up there so it can update as the scores come in.
We're back at Music Park, which has been a very popular choice for a lot of our racers here this morning.
Yeah, it looks like we're going into race 3 knotted up, 39-39. So this is going to be a crucial race 3 here, trying to grab some points going into the final race 4.
Yeah, absolutely. Each team is going to be looking for the way to gain the edge on their opponent and kind of lock out those top 4 positions as much as possible.
We got Minden's Waluigi's here trying to make a move on the xylophone thing, jumping off the drum.
We have Inkling in 1st place, using that music note bounce to their advantage, as well as hitting the shortcut here. Excellent, flawlessly done, as well as holding onto that banana for a defensive item. Avoids the bomb.
Yeah, Inkling and Waluigi pretty far up here in front of the pack. Behind them is a bigger pack, but those two are kind of separating themselves right now. See if they can battle it out for 1st and 2nd.
Yeah, both from competing teams, so 1st and 2nd are going to go back and forth. I'm expecting to see some action.
Pack is kind of spreading out right now here in this race 3. First set, we're tied up.
As we head into our final lap, Inkling is leading the pack. Once again, a healthy lead.
Inkling's breaking out there.
Blue Shell on its way. Does Inkling have what it takes to hang on to 1st place?
Oh, and a mishap there.
Mishap, but it could be well-timed, but not well-timed enough. Still gets hit by the Blue Shell anyway.
Yeah, they still got a pretty big lead here. Avoiding a red shell.
Easily holding on to 1st place. Hitting the nice glide, keeping it maximum speed. With Toadette in 2nd.
Yeah, Seward top 2 spots right now.
This could be what they need. Oh, Toadette hitting the musical note, but taking out Waluigi and holding on to some mushrooms.
See how this
which
ends
will
up.
put her into 2nd place.
Yeah.
With Peach coming in 4th.
It's going to be Seward 1 and 2, 4 and 5, Minden 3, 6, 7, and 8.
Great race for Seward.
Try and get that score updated for you as fast as we can, but it's going to be a good competitive race there.
Yeah, it could all come down for this 1st set to our final race. Looks like Rainbow Road and Wario Coliseum have been chosen.
And Rainbow Road it is. And here we are in the final race of this 1st set. So best of 3 sets. So whoever wins this will just have to win one more set in order to advance to the next gold medal round. Looks like it's 66-51. So a 15-point lead there by Seward. Minden's going to need something big here in order to have a chance. So they're going to look to lock down those top 2-3 spots.
Absolutely, but not out of reach for Minden at all as they head into this final race of our first set.
Waluigi hitting a bomb there. It's a dangerous track. There's not a lot of barriers, so lots of opportunities for players to fall off.
Also opportunities for some tricky and technical shortcuts as you can jump off the track and land on other portions, saving yourself some time, but not without the proper risk. Waluigi avoiding lightning there by a well-timed star in 4th place.
That'll be handy to try and make up some ground here. Midway through the second lap, looks like we got Seward 1, 2, and 3. So looking good here, trying to lock up this first set.
Yeah, Seward wants the W on this first set. There's no doubt about it. They came to play. And headed into our final lap here, Inkling is leading the pack and holding onto the boombox as well in preparing for any blue shell that might come their way anytime soon.
Yeah, Seward's still holding on to those top 3 spots.
Looks like
there.
one is on its way now. And here it comes. Excellent timing from the Inkling to avoid the blue shell and holding on to their lead.
Yeah, 1 and 2 are opening up a pretty big lead here. 3 not far behind, all on the same team. It's going to be Seward, so they're still looking good here in the final lap.
And 8th place holding on to that lightning just in case their teammates need any help up there in the top 3 spots.
Toadette dropping to 4th there. And a big move by Minden right at the finish line. They're going to take first. Yeah, that was an impressive move there. I don't know if it's going to be enough to catch back up, but still giving his team a chance. It was a nice move. Those pretty close stats there, 26, 26, 22, 22, 18. So all pretty close, tightly contested here in this first set.
Now they're going to head into game 2 here. I believe Seward did not have what it takes to come back from the deficit that was in game 3, but headed into the second set, they're not out yet.
That's going to be 84-72 Seward taking that first set there. So they're going to have the 1 set advantage going into the second. If they can win, they'll advance onto the gold medal match. If Minden takes the second set, we'll go into a third. Whoever wins that will advance. So very tightly contested. We were tied after 2 races. So it's really good to see really tight competition here.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of it's going to come down to the course selection. Seward seems to know their maps. They have the maps that they're good at, and if they can get lucky on a couple choices there, they might be able to take the second set as well.
Yeah, that's right. Saw Yoshi Circuit. That's a good one. Music Park. So might be seeing these two maps again as we go into the second set here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see Yoshi Circuit and Music Park especially. Those seem to be their bread and butter tracks.
We had a little crowd interaction during our first matchup today between Concordia and McCook. Hopefully we can get the audience into it a little more, maybe a little cheering as we see the races go down to the wire. So we'll see what happens here.
Absolutely. Our competitors are going to need all the help they can get, all the support they can muster from our audience.
Going into course selection here.
I'm seeing some big Seward fans joining us in the chat. Thanks for tuning in.
Looks like Minden's going to go Toad Harbor. Seward trying to go for Yoshi Circuit once again. And it will be the Harbor. Here we go, race number 1 in the second set. Hotly contested so far. Seward taking that first set, so we'll see if Minden can try and grab the second one to take it to a third.
A misfire from Waluigi at the start puts him in 8th place, but it's early, still has a chance to come back. Red shell thrown by Wendy there. Defended by our first place opponent.
Yep, the pack is still pretty tight together here in the first lap as they come down into the back stretch.
Dry Bones leading us as we head into lap 2, holding onto that bomb, waiting for the right time to use it with the teammate right behind him.
Yeah, coming into lap 2, looks like we got Minden 1, 2, and 3 early. So hopefully they can hold on to those spots, trying to take it into a third set here.
Yeah, locking down those top 3, even 4 spots, maybe eventually can prove very beneficial to Minden. Dry Bones riding the half pipe here a little bit, looking to get as much speed and boost as he can as we end our second lap here.
And you can see Minden 1 and 2 still impressive there, dropping to third there, but they're going to want to hold on to those top few spots to try and make things interesting here.
8th and 4th by Seward.
See Baby Peach running into a box there, dropped her down a couple places. Wendy in third, trying to make a move up, using that red shell and a green shell. Point blank on Waluigi right behind her, so that should help.
We have Minden in 1st, 2nd, 4th, and 6th, holding on to those top positions. Waluigi taken out by a trolley car and ghosted, but holds on to the red shell and the 2nd place as we finish.
That's going to be 1 and 2
race
for Minden, but then 7th and 6th as well. Another tight race there from these players.
Absolutely. They were able to, Minden was able to hold on to the top 2 positions, but also some of their teammates fell a little bit lower in the standings. What do you think they need to see here in the second race as we...
Yeah, those top 2 spots are really important, trying to get as many points as possible. Those are just the 2 ideal spots as we see Seward trying to grab Yoshi Circuit again here. But we're going to the airport instead.
Back to Sunshine Airport.
Trying to get those point totals quickly from our first race here so we can have those for you. And it's updated Minden 23, Seward 16. So still really close. Minden with a slight advantage there. As we see Dry Bones blow out at the beginning, Waluigi jumping out to an early lead.
The twinning Waluigis holding on to 4th and 3rd place near the middle of the pack. taking some heavy casualties.
You see Toadette out there in first. Decent lead for the first lap there.
Entering second lap, our standings: Minden 6th, 3rd, 5th, and 2nd, with Seward 1st, 4th, and 3rd as well.
Still a really close race. Everybody's close together here. First place not too far off from the pack, so things could get interesting as we near the end of lap 2.
Absolutely. Toadette placed the bomb, taking out Inkling right before the takeoff.
Yeah, that was a nice move. See 3, 4, and 5 all right here close together. A nice toss there by Inkling.
Blank takeout by Inkling as they make their way into 3rd place for lap 3.
Coming into lap 3, we got Seward in 1st and 3rd, 4th. Minden now jumping into 1st, 5th, 7th, and 8th. Minden looking to keep that lead, trying to make it into set number 3. See one of the Waluigi's in first place, trying to open up a little lead here towards the end of the race. Toadette trying to catch him, grabbing a double item block there.
And looks like Waluigi with the defensive item will be able to hang on to the lead as we finish this race. 2nd and 8th place having a little trouble there, getting stuck on the grass.
Yeah, looks like we got Seward taking 2nd and 3rd there. Minden taking 1st, 4th. That might tighten things up.
Absolutely. It's a close neck-and-neck race in terms of points.
Yeah, there's a 7-point margin
set
before that one, so we'll see how tight it gets going into race number 3.
Looks like Yoshi's Circuit has been chosen again by Seward. We'll see if Seward can get the pick here. And they miss out.
Scores updated: 43 Minden, Seward 35.
And for race number 3, we're here at Wario Stadium, a brand new track we haven't seen this morning.
Yeah, Minden with an 8-point lead here, trying to keep that lead as we enter the second half of this set. Yeah, we haven't seen this race yet today, I don't think.
Yeah, this could be Seward's secret weapon that they've been holding on to. A couple hazards and lots of mud on this race, so you got to be careful to keep her in between the lines.
You see him jumping off the mud into the water. Lots of different elements in this race here. So
yeah, using every little bump and nook and cranny to gain as much speed as possible.
You hear a little frustration from players as they get hit with items. And Wendy taking herself out with a bomb there. It's not what you want to see.
Self-destruction there. We have Baby Peach in first, about halfway through our second lap here, with Toadette not too far behind.
Yeah, Minden towards the bottom as Seward locks up the top 4 places right now heading into the 3rd lap.
Yeah, Seward locking down 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 5th now as we are about to head into our final lap of our 3rd race.
Yeah, it's a close race right now heading into lap 3. Minden trying to keep that lead, trying to get to set number 3.
Waluigi's in 6th and 7th place, taking a little bit of casualty as they make their way through the mud pit here.
And Seward 1, 2, 4, 5. Trying to stay towards the top there.
And Dry Bones all the way in 8th place, but holding onto a mushroom, waiting for the right time to use the item.
Close pack still. It's going to come down to the wire as Waluigi looks to have first. And that's going to come to Minden, 1, 3, 7, 8.
Just about as spread out as you can be.
Yeah, that was a pretty even race. Try and get those points tabulated, but I think Minden's still going to hold on to a lead there.
Yeah, it could all come down to this final race, whether Minden is able to go into set number 3 or not.
Yeah. Trying to get Music Park again, but we're going to go to Excite Bike.
Excite Bike Arena. Very popular choice among our contestants. Could be something about the simplicity of the track or the fact that it changes just a little bit every time, but it's been a great place for some entertaining races for us.
Yeah, scores updated 55 Seward, Minden 62. 7-point lead there for Minden. Hoping to avoid a mistake here in the final race so they can extend it to the final set number 3 in this best of 3 series.
Anything can happen at Excite Bike Arena. Nice little shortcut used by Waluigi as he goes off the rails a little bit.
See the Minden Waluigi is 4 and 7 here. Trying not to fall too far behind as we have the other two from Minden, 1st and 2nd, both with defensive items in a good spot here coming into the 2nd lap.
We have a couple members from Seward in the lower 3 places in the 6th, 5th, and 7th, looking to play some catch up with Inkling all the way in 3rd, trying to hang on to a little bit for their team. Little inkling of hope, if you will.
The 2nd lap here, looks like we got Minden top 2 spots, 5 and 7 as well. Trying to lock down those top 2 spots, take it to a set number 3.
Locking down those top 2 spots, headed into our final lap here.
We got Baby Peach taking a massive shortcut through the grass there. Hoping to save a little bit of time.
Oh, and runs out of the boost, causing them to lose a few places.
Minden 1, 2, and 3. Trying to take it to set number 3. It looks like they might if Waluigi can close this one out as he comes into the final stretch.
Looks like he'll hang on to the 1st place.
1, 3, 4 maybe. It's going to be a close one coming down.
6th,
the wire,
7th, and 8th.
Should be enough to send Minden to a game number 3.
Yeah, they just might have done it.
You see Spider-Man there with 38 points, far above the rest. Really just putting the team on his back, trying to will his way into the 3rd and final set. It looks like they're going to.
Absolutely. Very nail-biting race, all coming down to that last race of our 2nd set.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to head into set number 3 here. Seward and Minden splitting the first 2. We're waiting on the final scores before we can start set number 3. The players are anxious to get going. They had a good first couple of sets, so they're trying to get into it for the final.
Yeah, kind of.
Final score of that set: Minden 87, Seward 69. Minden pulling away there with that final race. And there's our crowd interaction. You hear some cheering.
Minden now wants to capitalize on that good momentum headed into our 3rd set. keep that good flow of first, second, third, fourth, fifth place going and stay out of those bottom positions.
That's right. Let's see what races they're going to pick to start off. Looks like Yoshi's Circuit for Seward.
Some Yoshi Circuit and Toad Harbor for Minden.
Toad Harbor again. You can tell these teams like both of these races to start out on. It's going to be Toad Harbor. Here we are in the third and final set of the Minden-Seward matchup. Winner of this set will go on to the gold medal match and face Concordia. Whoever loses will face McCook in the consolation bracket.
Dry Bones taking a little bit of a spill there as he falls into the harbor.
A little mishap early.
With Waluigi taking an early lead. Toadette holding on to the mushroom, waiting to use it here, maybe on the half pipe. Inkling headed downhill, using those speed boosts to their advantage. Trying to gain as much momentum, catch up to that first place player, cutting through the grass here. And throwing the red shell, taking out first place and taking it for themselves.
Headed into lap 2. We got Minden second, third, and fourth.
Oh, a little bit of a mishap by Inkling there. Headed the wrong way for a little bit. Turns around but loses a couple of places. Blue shell on its way to first place and taking out Waluigi.
See Minden for second and third here, coming towards the final lap.
In first place, leading off lap number 3, is Waluigi for Minden.
Minden looking strong here, but Seward still trying to make things interesting.
Inkling takes a spill into the harbor as well, causing him to fall all the way to 6th place.
Golden Mushroom should help there.
Minden now holding all top 4 spots. First, second, third, and fourth,
Yeah,
holding on to some items as well.
They're stockpiling those items, trying to stay up on top, and it looks like they're gonna. 1, 2, 4, 5.
And in first place here will be Waluigi. Second and 5th here. Will he make it?
Oh, and
yes.
he got second.
Right at the finish line.
First, second, and third there for Minden. Strong showing there in the first matchup.
Yeah, great first race for Minden.
We'll get those points tallied for you so we can see what the exact score is. But Minden there, strong showing there, trying to jump out to an early lead. Minden, the number 2 seed. Seward, number 6 seed.
Headed to Royal Raceway for our second race of our final set.
Royal Raceway seems to be a popular one. We saw it a lot yesterday.
A little bit of a misfire there from Dry Bones, making his way into 8th place. Maybe a little bit of a sandbagging tactic. Hopefully banking on some better items early in the race.
See Dry Bones cutting through the grass there. It's a nice move. Lots of coins all over the track. Waluigi jumping out to an early lead.
Toadette holding on to the red shell, not wanting to take out their teammate and throwing it at a precise time.
Going into the second lap, Minden 1:3.57, Seward 2:4.68. Pretty evenly spread across the board. Lots of opportunities on this track to cut through the grass. Players using items here to their advantage, trying to make up some time. See a blue shell tossed out here,
Headed its way to
Waluigi.
first place and takes out Waluigi as passed by Inkling, now in first place. Headed into our final lap. Dry Bones using some items to gain some places, cut through the grass here and take this ramp shortcut.
Minden trying to control their 2, 3, and 4. Top spot still held by Seward. Inkling, pretty sizable lead, but Minden still the next 3 spots after that. Inkling,
Will they have time to catch up?
down at the
No,
end.
Inkling takes first place. With second, fourth, third, and fifth all going to Minden.
That should increase the lead there for Minden, but first place taken there by Seward. That'll help a little bit.
Yeah, I'm hearing lots of communication on the Minden team as they are racing, which could be a part of the key to their success.
Yeah, not sure if we have the current score. Do we have the current score? Minden 49, Seward 29 is current score, so Minden with a 20-point lead coming into race 3. Hoping to close things out after dropping the first set to Seward.
First place held by the Minden Waluigi. And second place, not too far behind, by Dry Bones. Showing a little teamwork there. Inkling making their way up through the ranks from 8th to 6th in a matter of seconds. A very tight pack.
Yeah, it's a very close race so far. One of Minden's players is kind of out in front, but overall they're very close together here.
Still anyone's race, headed into lap 2.
Seward's going to need a big finish here in order to stay relevant for race number 4 in this set.
Absolutely. Nice shortcut taken by Inkling there, as well as a skill item takeout with a green shell right before the launch pad.
Coming up on lap 3, we got Minden 1, 2, 4, 5. Seward now 2, 6, 7, and 8.
Minden hanging on to first place as they enter the third and final lap of race number 3.
Yeah, Waluigi opening up a sizable lead here. It's going to be hard to catch him in the final lap. He is locked in. He's on his line. It's good to see.
Inkling behind in second place, taking a shortcut there, hopefully make up some ground.
Yeah, she's starting to close in on Waluigi a little bit. If he doesn't make a mistake, he should be
Using
okay.
the red shell as a last-ditch effort. Double red shell, this could be the move
that
we're
might
looking
be.
for.
She's looking to make a move here, and she does overtake.
She does overtake
right at
him
the finish.
right at the finish for a excellent first place. But will it be enough with one of their teammates coming in 7th?
Seward 1, 3, 4, 7. So they could be making up some points here. They're still going to need a really big race in game 4. There we have the score update. We have all 3 sets up on your screen now. So 49-29 after race 2. We'll get those results from race 3 here in a couple of seconds.
It looks like for our final race, we're headed to DK Jungle.
Seward's going to need a big race here to make things interesting. So the final race of this matchup here between Minden and Seward. Winner will go on to take on Concordia, gold medal match, and then loser will take on McCook consolation bracket. We have updated score 208, Minden, Seward 182.
Waluigi leading the pack early in the race.
Yeah, Minden 1, 2, and 3 here towards the end of the first lap. Looking strong, trying to close things up.
Inkling making their way into 3rd place with star power and holding on to the triple mushroom as well. Misses the launch pad there a little bit, but still finds her way into 3rd place.
Seward trying to keep things interesting. They're still 3, 4, 5, 6. Trying to make a move up to those top 2 spots, but Minden is just pulling away with this thing.
Minden holding on to our top 2 spots as we head into our final lap.
See Drybones using his rear view mirror there to look at where his opponent is at to try and get a boombox hit as lightning strikes. Luigi's using a bullet bill trying to get back up towards the top.
Trying to close a little bit of the distance. Our leader has separated themselves from the pack quite a bit and coming into a nice clean finish here.
Yeah, here in lap 3 we got Waluigi first. Minden also trying to capture 2nd here, and
Drybones falls off. And he falls off again. That could be detrimental.
Seward trying to make something happen.
All the way into
6, 7,
7th place.
Seward with a last-ditch effort, just trying to make it. We'll see what the final score is at, but Seward capturing 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Definitely an exciting finish to our last game to decide the winner of our set here.
See Spider-Man again with 36 points, separating himself from the pack. Impressive performance there in the first matchup for them today. And we'll tally up the final results. Waiting for the final word here.
Players are on their hands and the edge of their seats to try and figure out who won. One of our closer sets that we've had here in the past couple of days in Division.
And Minden's going to take it 81-75, very close. Seward almost snuck in there at the end of that last race. They weren't able to capture first, though. That might have been their demise. So Minden 81, Seward 75 in that last set. So Minden's going to go on to the gold medal match in a very close matchup here between number 2 Minden and number 6 Seward.
Absolutely, and call it a comeback from Minden, losing the first set 72-84, and then coming back and crushing Seward 87-81 to 69-75 in sets 2 and 3.
Yeah, that was a good matchup. Love to see it. Number 6 Seward giving number 2 seed Minden a run for their money. Almost pulled it off there at the end, knocking dry bones off the track.